Arrows Season 2, Round 11, the penultimate race here in glorious Canada. And as you can see, the theme for the second half of this season has been the rain, and it is here for the qualifying. Not full wets looking at people at the minute. No one's come out yet. Everyone changing their setups, I assume. But the biggest thing you can see for those that join us week in, week out is that Aeon Blades is not here this week. That is right. The championship leader on the penultimate race is not here. Absent for the penultimate race. We've got one more race after this. It will be decided in the desert. We've heard that before. But Jay's 2102 has a incredible opportunity to put one hand on that championship by scoring big points today. Just looking, Pistol Pete seems to have switched to soft for some reason. But Super Striker is out. Hugs is out as well. Let's see. But we're led out by the Aston Martin here of Super Striker. Let's see if it is actually intermediate weathers or whether it is going to progress to full wets, or possibly it becomes dry. That might be what Pistol Racing is doing. He may be already sticking the softs on. Yo, Big Nev, evening, welcome to the stream. He may just be sticking the softs on and waiting for the rain to ease up, but it is still coming down. So at the minute, it is not going to get any drier, only wetter. So possibly try and get a lap in nice and early in case it does get worse and worse, or is it just going to be one of those wet sessions that just stays wet, stays on the inters, never gets soft enough for dries? But we're about to find out, and it will be Super Striker who starts our qualifying session. He comes through the final corner. He's already backed out a bit by it seems here. Now he puts his foot down, not entirely sure he's eased off again. Whether he's just getting some feeler laps, possibly. So let's jump on board, because I'm proud to say it's going to be Hugs leading us in this qualifying, it appears. Drops it down into second on the right-hand hairpin. He's gone all the way down to first there, so really struggling for traction there on the exit, Hugs. It's a scrappy first sector here. You got your first of multiple right and lefts on this circuit. He comes to the end of sector 1. It's a left-hander. Oh, he's got deep. He's gone very wide. He's on the grass. Is that going to be invalidated? No, it's not. It's still letting him go. Really struggling for grip, though, here, Hugs. He's going to have lost all that traction out of the tyre here. Got a yellow flag ahead of him. I think that's just slow traffic, though, possibly. He's come to the edge of sector 2. This one's the slowest corners in the game, but you do have to get it so right to get that whole back straight, long back straight done. Yo, Gat, how you doing, man? Welcome. We miss you in this league. So Gat in the chat. And now it is flat out all the way down here. Of course, this is a DRS zone in the race when it's dry. And then into the Wall of Champions, does Hugs go? Oh, he nearly invalidates. Does invalidate right on the last corner there, invalidates. And I think the name of the game there with Hugs is struggling for traction. Lanod's coming behind him. He has not invalidated, so he will set a time here. So provisional pole will go to Lanod here. No, it won't. That was obviously his outlap. Apologies there. Has anyone set a lap yet? It's Andy with a 1:19.265. And that is the benchmark in these treacherous conditions. K-Mag goes 1:20.5, so it is showing just how big the difference is in times due to the conditions. And there, KFRR, I'm guessing not going for another lap, but he does invalidate it anyway. Let's see if Super Striker's actually doing a lap this time round.
Ben was on an absolute blind with a lap there, Harry. Actually invalidated on the Wall of Champions.
It's so easy to do there, isn't it? Super Striker now, what can he put in? He's not invalidated. This is going to be his first time. Jays goes pole, but no, Super Striker straight behind him. Goes a tenth quicker. 119.1. Jays put his stake there for the title. Welcome to the broadcast, Liam. Thank you for joining me tonight. And yeah, as I said before, the theme of this second half of the season has definitely been wet racing. It just depends whether it's going to continue. Super Striker's going again here, I think, because he's set purple first sector. Getting a lovely toe off Jay, but I think Jay's going as well here. It's not a heavy battery track, apart from that back straight. So possibly warmed up tyres, and they're thinking, we'll just carry on going here. Let's see, Jay's coming up to the end of Sector 2. He's half a second down. Super Striker. Is he backed out?
Ben invalidated yet again, Harry.
Let's jump onto the Ferrari. Let's see if he's going for a third lap. He's got a lot, but it's purple. Purple sector 1 there. He has shown the last few races that talent that did win in the title in season 1. It's just been one of them seasons he's never really got going. Whenever he's had a bit of a streak, a little incident, or getting caught up in someone else's incident, has always seemed to cost him. But he showed great pace. Was it 2 races ago in Belgium he had great pace? He's purple sector 2 here, so enjoying the conditions here, Ben.
Just needs to watch his last corner.
It's so easy to invalidate there, isn't it? Because you've got to ride the curbs, but it's how close you push it. Here he comes, taking a bit of extra caution that time. He's not invalidated this time. What's it going to be? For Shadow Realms, it is P4. So he really backed out at the end there by the looks of things. Bit too cautious to that last corner, but at least he's got a time on the board now.
They are 3, that's obviously 3 lap old intermediates as well.
Yep.
The rest of the times ahead, obviously, just for 1 lap.
So QHRD, he's invalidated. Who's yet to set a lap? Let's have a look. Pistol Racing yet to set a lap.
Casper just behind him as well.
Yeah, both of these yet to set a time. Pistol Racing now keeps it well within the track limits there. Not really pushing as much as he could, and he goes P8 there, and Casper behind him, P6. So let's jump on with FRL Andy, as he is coming to start another lap by the looks of things. P3 at the minute. Only a 10th and a half off P1. Shadow Realm back in the pit now. Callie's out on track as well. Jay and Super Striker both doing their out laps at the moment. So purple sector 1 for Andy. Yellow flag there. Purple sector 2 for Andy. Andy's on flyer. Hugs is out. Surprise, surprise.
Straight.
Has he put it in the wall? Andy keeps it within the track limits. Here we go. Andy coming across the line now. What's it going to be? It is. Looks fast. P2 improves and goes P2, and Jay and Super Striker both out on track now. Super Striker invalidated that lap. Let's see what Jay is fastest in Sector 2. He's a 10th down overall on his time though. And they will just look, Oliver joining in late to qualifying. Absolutely flat out down the back straight. He's let go. Hugs has impeded someone by the looks of it, looking at the chat. Jay beautifully through there. Oh, right on the limit on the outside wall there. Is he going to improve here? It is. No, doesn't improve. Stays where he is. 2.5 tenths down on what he did. But welcome to everyone watching the stream. Got quite a few more viewers than normal on the live stream. Normally those watching back. You are joining us in the penultimate round of the second season of Red Arrows Racing. I'm joined here by my colleague Liam. And the big shocking news tonight is the championship leader is not racing. And as we're on board now with Jays, who is in second place in the championship, a massive, massive opportunity for him tonight to take the lead in that championship before we head to the desert. And surely, Liam, surely a dry race next week.
We'll have to see, won't we?
Yeah.
The way the way the back end of this season's panned out, I wouldn't be surprised, but.
Yep, so Ben's on an outlap here, Shadow Realms, getting very close to, I think, is that K-Mag in front of him? No, it's Super Calgon, and possibly be wise not to try and race so much, because Calgon's also on an outlap, maybe just drop back a bit. It just seems to be a bit silly here in case, you know, if he wants to slam the brakes on things going a bit deep, and you know what, the Discord will fire up then, as it goes. But Super Striker still on pole position, Andy in P2. As Shadow Realms just warming it up here. Ahead of them is Callie as well, who's currently P5 on an outlap as well. Where's Lanard? He's gone P7. Is he going to improve? No, he's dived into the pits. So Ben is dropping off a bit now. So let's jump in front of these. We've got Pistol Racing on another lap. Let's have a look at Callie as he goes P5. Ben's invalidated already. I think he went wide at the last corner, so it will invalidate that lap and the next lap, unfortunately for him. Let's jump on board with Callie here. And Callie is nearly 2 cents up here. So Callie, right in the thick of things here. I think that's the fastest Sector 1 looking at the map. It's gone purple for him. So T. Callie here may be putting the spanner in the works. Jay's currently on the second row alongside last year's. Oh! And Callie loses it coming out of turn. I think that was turn 8. Loses the end plate there. And that is his lap done. But he's got to get out of the way because Calgon's flying behind him here. He does get out of the way.
Calgon, yeah, there and hit the wall as well.
Calgon did.
Yeah.
So maybe conditions just getting a bit too treacherous here, and maybe the conditions actually Ben seems to have parked it on track as well. Yeah, we can see that Ferrari parked on the side of the road there. So maybe conditions have actually taken a turn for the worse here. We thought it'd stay relatively around the same, but it may be that those that went out early and got the time set, like we said, maybe actually benefiting from this. We've got yellow flags in Sector 2 and Sector 3. I think that's just the parked car here. 4 minutes to go. And Chrissy has set a purple Sector 2 here, so maybe I'm unsure whether to blame the tyres, the drivers, the cars, the conditions. But Chrissy is being the exception to the rule at the minute. And if he can keep this within the track limits, goes very deep into that before he turns. He gets away with it. There's Hugs' wheel in the middle of the track. And Chrissy is going to go P1. The first one to break into the 118s. And Chrissy with less than 3.5 minutes to go. As currently... Jay though! Wow! Excuse me. Jays puts it on pole with just over 3 minutes to go. He could probably recharge that battery on this lap and go again if he wants. Those inters, they do last quite well. It's not a one lap and done like the softs. But Jays, in Aeon Blades' absence, has put it on pole with less than 3 minutes to go.
Pistol racing in the Mercedes as well, shooting himself up into P5.
So the conditions are fine. It's all about the drivers. Casper goes to P5. So we've got FRL Andy and Super Striker about to set laps. And can they dislodge Jays in his championship bid? We all know what happened last season. For those that don't, Jays lost it on the last race last season to Shadow Realms for the championship. He's in second place this season. I think he's only 4 points behind. Chrissy goes pole. Back-to-back laps there for Chrissy. Shows you can do it. And Jay, what's he going to do? He's got to stay out, surely. He's got to go for another lap here. Super Striker is nearly half a second up on his previous time. Jay's pitted. Jay's done. Jay's done for qualifying. Super Striker is flying.
Well, it's half a second. This has got to be pole, surely, Harry.
Well, we'll see. He's half a second up through Sector 2. What's FRL? FRL only 10th up. He's backed off now, so maybe recharging and going again. Has he got time to get round?
He will do.
Super Striker down the back straight. Can he keep it in the track limits through the Wall of Champions? And can he regain the pole he had earlier in the session? No, he's invalidated!
He's still in a good place though, he's still P3. Still on the second row. Andy coming through now, go the back straight.
Yep, we're on board with the Mercedes. Casper has spun it, Casper's out. Well, no, he's got it going, but Casper's lost his front wing, so he's gone.
How long? I can't see how long's left in the session.
And Super Striker, of course, has invalidated the next lap with it being the last corner as well. So, all eyes now. What's Callie doing further up? Callie coming towards the end of the lap now. And then we're going to jump back to FRL. Just check with Casper here. Keeps it within the lines. It doesn't look that quick on the times. P5. FRL is nearly a 10th up.
Purple Sector 1 as well.
Let's jump on board. Let's hide the eyes. Let's have a look at this Mercedes in action here. Going up through the gears. Drop it right down to second gear now. Hug that inside apex as long as you can. Get the wheels in line. When you feel confident, you absolutely floor it. And now it is as hard as you press that pedal to the floor. All the way down to you pick your braking point around the 100 meter board. You pick your apex to hit and you pray you're within the track limits. Here he comes, 100 meter board, right, left, looks good. I'm not watching the map, so I don't think he's invalidated. He's back on the gas now. What's it going to be? It is going to be P1 for Andy as the session finishes at 1:18.7. Wow, he saved it for the end. Chrissy is in the pits. That's P2 for Chrissy. Jay is dropped to the second row, but is going to have that nicer line on the odd numbers there. Let's jump on with Super Striker because he is... No, he's done. Callie is invalidated. Please don't tell me you're having a P while you're not muted, Liam. Pistol Racing crosses. He's P8. And that is qualifying done. Some great driving by people there. Really tough conditions. Calgon always grinding and hugs. Didn't get to set a lap. And we prepare for the penultimate race of the season. And it will be Mercedes leading the line. Not entirely sure who we're waiting on here. Because everyone's set times, no one's waiting to still go. I think it's going to make us go all the way down. Fantastic lap there, Andy. Saved it right for the end after that invalidation. I think you were faster the lap before, though. I think you were validated, but either way.
I'm back, sorry, Harry.
That's fine, you didn't mute yourself either.
Oh, sorry.
So it is going to make us wait. I think it is because Always Grinding is in the pits. Not sure why it's making us wait the whole time, but there we go. Qualifying completed. And we go on to the race in Canada with Andy leading the way, followed by Chrissy. And there, the big championship battle, Jay's P3.
I wonder if you made a mistake not going out for another lap there, Harry.
He could have stayed out, but again, I think we know how Jay's mind thinks, and it will be P3, avoid danger. He's not gonna race hard. He's not gonna set up the inside and risk losing anything this race. Let's be honest. He's here for points, as many points as he can get without risking anything. We know him too well at this stage. The horrors of last season will be coming back to him now. All those feelings. And he knows that this is a fantastic opportunity for him to take a massive lead going into that final race.
A couple of drivers unable to get times off as well there. Unfortunate to see. So I believe they were the late joinees. And it's a dry race, Harry.
Finally.
Wonderful to see something the drivers will love. Wonder if, obviously, again, it's another feature that I kind of dislike about the spectating side, is we can't see what the forecast is.
Yeah, but the biggest thing being they will be Parc Ferme. So those that went for wet conditions, or maybe some of them possibly went for a dry setup and just try to do as well as they can in qualifying, because you are Parc Ferme. And here we go. It will be a formation lap. And then we will be racing as we're just waiting for the last few people to connect to the lobby. Not sure who we're waiting on. And let's see what people's... So... Everyone's starting on the hards except Casper, Pistol, and Always Grinding.
We've got Oliver as well joining late.
Yeah, he joined in the qualifying, but obviously too late to be able to join in the qualifying, but he joined the session during qualifying. So everyone's starting on the hards except those three. So strategy coming into play a little bit.
Sorry, Harry.
I'm saying everyone starting on the hards except three of them. So strategy's very similar. No one taking a gamble to go softs and then hope for an early safety car or anything. There's the strategy. One shot, hards to mediums, around lap 20 to 28.
I'm expecting an aggressive start from Chrissy. Ben's been disqualified, so that's going to have him cold tyres on the grid.
I think he's never left his grid slot looking at it on the map. And the pack quite bunched up for a change. It's nice to see. Everyone's getting on with it.
Any standout drivers?
Like I say, Andy with a fantastic lap there. But again, we've not seen these drivers in the dry around this track. So someone who could be struggling in the wet could become really dangerous during this race. You know, Lanard has shown great pace throughout the season. QHRD is always good for a good lap or so. K-Mag, nice to see him back. And then obviously at the front we've got Super Striker with a great debut last week. Jay's there for a reason. He's leading the championship for a reason. Super Striker, Chrissy and Andy showing great pace in qualifying as well. So at this stage, it's really anyone's race. It all depends who's going to get through the first few corners nice and clean.
I'm expecting Chrissy to be very aggressive. So look out for some moves into turn 1.
Yep, again, you've got that outside of turn 1, but then you've got the inside line through turn 2. A few people missing their grid slots, but here we go. The green lights are waving, the red lights are on. They're on quick. They're being held. It's lights out. A very delayed start there. Not sure what happened there, but Helix has jumped the start. He's got a drive-through penalty. Andy's dived to the outside to keep that outside. Chrissy's traction going all over the place there. Jay's got Super Striker on the inside of him. Jay stays wide. Puts the throttle on now. Just about ahead, but Super Striker's going to have the inside line here. No, Jay cuts him off. Great defending there by Jay. And Jay stays P3. Helix has got that drive-through, unfortunately. And it seems everyone's got away nice and clean. Looking at it, which is what we like to see. And Andy, fantastic start, is already nearly a second ahead of Chrissy. Now we've got the yellow flag. What's that for? Just looking further back. We've always grind. He's lost his front wing. Something's happened. There at the end of sector 1, it appears. But as we jump to the front, it's Andy from Chrissy. And Super Striker now closing in on Jay. But Jay, nice traction now, that back straight there. But the slipstream kicking in a bit now. And obviously DRS not open for the first 2 laps. Jay a bit wide there. It's going to give Super Striker a traction. Oh, whoa! Massive collision there. Massive collision at the back there. I think it was the Alpine to start with.
Oh, I had myself muted, Harry. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I was watching it.
We've lost QHRD. We've lost Ben.
Helix went into the back of his teammate in the last corner, span his teammate round. The Mercedes of Pistol managed to weave his way around, and then ensuing, obviously, the following cars. Ben was one of the ones collected, same as QHRD, unfortunately.
We've said it before. We said it in the qualifying about Ben. Wrong place, wrong time again for Shadow Realms. And it is a full safety car on lap 2 here. Such a shame. It seems to be such a competitive, challenging first lap. And then that Wall of Champions collecting our former champion, well, soon to be former champion, Shadow Realm. So we saw Grinding and Helix dived into the pits. Obviously, Helix has still got that drive-through to serve as well. Casper picked up a 5-second penalty, unfortunately, as well. He's switched onto the softs. And wow. So Andy, fantastic start by him. He's got it all to do again. And Jay is there, sat in P3. Pistol Racing, he's made quite a good... let's see where he's jumped up, because I think he's started a bit further down than he has. Yeah, he jumped up 3 positions. Calgon's jumped up 7 positions. And K-Mag jumped up 5. I think the McLaren's benefited from that incident at the end there, avoiding the damage.
Shout out to Hugs as well.
Yeah,
Hugs up 7 places.
I saw Hugs go around it. He thought about running into it and then stopped and decided to go around it. So he's in a spinner. Decided to think better of it. Got a few diving in the pits now. Oliver coming out. Callie's come out. Helix is back in the pits.
And not showing his drive-through.
How about to say, is that lame service drive-through under a safety car? No, it's not. I think he thought it would.
It's just a pit.
Yeah, because Pit was there, but always Grinding. He's back in as well. Not sure what's happened there.
Helix would have needed a new front wing because he went into the back of his teammate.
I think he dived in the previous lap, though. I thought he did. So we'll go to pit stops. Yeah, they both had 2 pit stops, Helix and Grimes. They both went in last lap. Maybe they've had a bit of an incident again, and definitely some words to be said between the drivers. It is so hard because it's such a fast straight, that back straight, and it's a tight braking area, and obviously some people later on the brakes than others, and with that slipstream you've got the overspeed that you're not used to, and obviously it will be DRS in 2 laps after the safety car comes in, because no DRS for the first 2 laps after a safety car, so we're yet to have DRS as we're on lap 4. Let's see if those back of the grid catch up this lap, or whether it will be another lap behind the safety car after this one. It'll be either in at the end of this lap if they catch up, or it will be the end of lap 5. We will go racing again. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you're here for the first time. Again, you've joined us late in the season. This is season 2 of the Red Arrows Racing League, and we're at the penultimate race in Canada. And the breaking news tonight is the championship leader, Aeon Blades, not able to make it tonight, and second place, Jays, is currently sitting P3. It has been a 2-horse race for a while. Both drivers played their wild card, which gives you double points for 1 race and 1 race only. They both played their wild cards to perfection because they played it, and they both won their race. Safety car is in this lap, so Andy takes over control of the grid. Always grinding, puts his foot down to try and get up to the back. He should do, because it would quite slow down his back straight as they're warming up the tyres. And it's quite a good safety car to have this, isn't it, to lead on, because it's quite a short pit straight, and you, because of the traction from the last corner, you decide when to go, and you normally get the jump.
It's hard because some people don't like to go on the exit of the last corner. Some people like to hold it to the line, and it catches a lot of drivers out.
So Chrissy all over the back of Andy, and when is he going to go? He's gone. You saw the ERS open up, but Chrissy was right on board with him there. Super strikes all over the back of Jay's there. He's going up the inside. How strong is Jay's going to defend? Jay's got the inside line for this one. Keeps it really tight there on the apex. Foot down. Super Strike is going around the outside, trying again though. And Jay, just like he did on the start, parks it in the middle of the track. But Super Striker is not giving up without a fight here. We've got yellow flag. That's Callie and Helix. Callie spun round at some stage there, unfortunately. And it appears for the time being Jay's just about defended. But Pistol Racing all over the back of Super Striker now. He's being pulled into this by being held up a little bit because of the 2 in front battling. And the Pistol Racing on the medium tyres, don't forget, could quite easily turn this into a 3-horse race. So great line there by Super Striker. A much tighter line than he had with Jay's, but Jay's has got much better traction off the start there. No DRS for the first 2 laps after the safety car. So it isn't going to be that much overspeed down here, but he is having a quick look down the inside. Not quite got enough speed though. So it's as you were at the front after lap 4. And Chrissy just having a look at the inside there. He's just thinking about it a little bit there. Got 2 great battles going on at the front here. Again, Helix. He's been serving his drive-through now, but Casper, not sure. Maybe he's got a front wing change damage, needed. Yeah. Oh, Andy already got track limits penalty. As is Pistol Racing. Track limits already coming into effect. So yeah, Helix serving his drive-through. Casper, I think he had a bit of damage with that incident with Callie. Got a yellow flag in sector 2. Is that Callie round again? Manages to get it going again, but Callie really struggling in his early sectors. He's got a red rear wing. Oh dear, his rear wing damage. That's going to affect his traction and his downforce the whole race, unfortunately. Do what you can, Callie. Appreciate you joining the YouTube while racing. But now, Chrissy down the back straight, half a second behind our race leader, but our race leader already with that 3-second time penalty, and Super Striker is a lot closer to Jay's this time. Not quite close enough. And DRS will now be enabled. Andy sets the fastest lap of the race so far. And DRS is enabled. Hugs with track limits penalty. I think that's going to be quite a few people. Lanod on those medium tyres setting a fastest lap. But yeah, I think there's going to be quite a few time penalties during this race. It is a race track, very easy to exceed track limits. But at the minute, the front four in pretty much a clash of their own. But the DRS is open now down this first straight. I don't like it there, though, because it does always throw your braking zone off on those high-speed corners. This is the DRS zone I do like, though. When you come out of the hairpin and you have that long back straight. And look at this. Barely 2 seconds separate the front four. And Chrissy is in that. All three behind FRL are going to have DRS, and it saved Jay. Jay's closed up to Chrissy, which is probably going to save him coming under threat from Super Striker. Jay's just needs to hold on. Chrissy is track limit penalty. Already we're getting those track limits. It shows how hard these guys are pushing. As we are barely a quarter of the way through this race. We have multiple drivers with track limits already. Liam, your thoughts so far? Thank you, Liam. Appreciate it. Technical difficulties with my colleague at the minute. But Chrissy now with that DRS closing right into the back of the Mercedes and dragging Jays and Super Striker along with him. Just looking at the times, we've got Lanod right behind K-Mag here. Yeah. Here's Liam. Hello.
Sorry, my missus is being a pussy.
Super Strike with a 3-second time penalty.
He absolutely sent it up the inside there. Lucky to avoid hitting Jay.
But it looks like Lanod here is going to have the DRS wide open. He's already switched to the outside. K-Mag defending the inside. Goes to the switchback. Lanod here with the overspeed. Surely going to make a move going into World Champions. Thinks better of it. We'll get another dose of DRS down the pit straight though. So yeah, Super Striker, Andy and Chrissy all with time penalties. And Chrissy's got ahead of Andy. We've missed that one. Not sure where that happened. Probably down the back straight, I imagine, with the DRS. But we were just looking at Lanod because of the times. But I think this could happen most laps, the change of the front here. But Jay's just about holding on. He's got to hold on really to get that DRS to stop himself coming under threat. But very early in the race. But technically, Jay's is winning this with the penalties in front of him.
This is exactly the sort of race that Jay is being typically known for winning.
He does like to
in P3
yeah,
and take the win. Not
he'll like
the issue.
Yep, he'll. Oh, we've lost. Who's that spun round? Is that always grinding? I think so. No, it's here. It's Helix that's spun. But down the back straight, can Andy close up? He can't. But yeah, Jay, he does like to do it. Andy, another penalty. That's 6 seconds for him and Chrissy. So, like you say, Jay will happily sit there. He's got a guy half a second behind him. It's 3 seconds behind him. But Jay is looking at the inside now of Andy. How hard does he push this, though? Yeah, backs out of it. I think someone's got a championship in his mind and he's thinking, I'm technically 6 seconds ahead of these guys on track. It's not a bad place to be.
Or someone's watching the stream and is hearing us saying that he's being conservative.
But he's got Super Striker right at the back of him now. Super Striker out and look down the inside. A bit of a DRS train forming here. It's going to give Pistol Racing the chance to close up to the back of him if he just puts consistent laps. But those medium tyres probably starting to green a little bit now. But I suspect Andy will be looking at the lead of this DRS train here and putting Chrissy under massive pressure. Chrissy's got great traction off the back here. So, but look at the overspeed there with that Mercedes. He's going around the outside. Oh, nearly contact. Brakes late. Ends up going into the pits. I don't think that was part of the plan there. He's hit the wall. He's hit the wall in the pits. Andy's out. Disaster for the Mercedes. And Chrissy takes over the lead of this race. I think Andy pulled out of the move there to stop himself colliding with Chrissy. Decided to go to the pits, and he's put it in the pit wall. Let's just see, because the Mercedes... I'm not entirely sure what's happening. The Mercedes has come back out on the mini-map. Let's just jump on with Hugs here. Can we see the Mercedes? No, it has disappeared. Andy has gone. And we are racing. And so Jay now only 3/10 behind Chrissy with a 6-second time penalty in front of him. 3 seconds behind. Helix gets the penalty for track limits. But Jay's going to have massive overspeed here with the DRS. But I can see Jay sitting behind this DRS for the entire race. Because if he gets in front, he comes under massive threat because of the DRS. But we have lost the Mercedes of Andy, who was having great pace, was leading this race. Just about taking back the lead there, and I think he pulled out of the move, but then got collected in the pit wall by the looks of things. But Super Striker just behind him, Pistol Pete in the other Mercedes, closing into the back of these ever so slightly.
He could have he could have gone into the pits and assumed that AI would have taken control of the car, maybe.
Possibly. Well, he has been in the chat before, so he could. Oliver and Lanard got... Oh, Jay, I think he's got damage there. I think there was collision there. I think Jay's got damage on his front wing then. There was definitely debris flying off here. Super Striker now right on the back of Jay. Jay closes the door on him going into the corner. Has Jay got damage? Did he touch the back of Chrissy there? He's gone wide to have a great cutback here. He's going to have a cutback on Chrissy. It's such a hard track to stay behind because of the overspeed of the DRS. Chrissy shoots to the outside to go defensive there. Jay's got the inside line. He's got the DRS open, as does Super Striker. He stays out, so possibly no damage. I could have sworn I saw some form of debris flying up there, and that DRS again. But I think Jay is just being conservative here. Just using it. No, he's not. He's going right at the inside of Chrissy here to take the lead. Chrissy's going to have the outside line here. Better traction, better exit. Chrissy keeps the lead. And maybe Jay just using those DRS zones. I hate to think he sat there for the entire race, but knowing Jay as we do and knowing what's at stake, why would he go in front and then be under attack by 3 cars of DRS? He's got a 6-second penalty in front of him. He's got 3 seconds and 6 seconds behind him.
It brings everyone else on behind him, doesn't it? So maybe Chris is hoping that Super Striker can make a move on Jay. That possibly fighting can cause him to pull out, maybe.
Yeah, Pistol Racing has closed up to the back of this as we suspected he would. But those medium tyres obviously getting to the end of their life cycle, you suspect, in the next sort of 5 or 6 laps. Calgon 3.5 seconds further back. Let's see what his times are doing. He is definitely closing in on these. He's only taken half a second off in this last sector. So it will become a massive DRS train. Pistol Racing diving to the pits. We did say about those medium tyres here. We switched to the hard tyres. And possibly undercut. Possibly undercutting. But these continue to be the way they are. Sort of not at top racing speed. If Pistol Racing comes out without traffic, which it appears because he's dropped right in between that massive gap between Grinding and Helix, then he puts some fast laps in here. Just watching when this pit window opens in probably about 10 laps time. Of course, they'll be all switching to the medium tyres, which will be the quicker tyre towards the end of the race. But Jay, 3/10 behind Chrissy. It's fascinating watching cars at this speed follow each other so closely. But let's jump behind here. We've got Calgon. He's got his own little DRS train behind him of Oliver Lanard. Separated by just over a second. Let's see if Oliver Calgon gets such better traction off that last corner. By the time the DRS kicks in, it's irrelevant. Hugs gets a 3-second time penalty to add to his other 3-second time penalty. So we only have 2 drivers at the minute, and that is Calgon and Jay that don't have penalties.
3 Calvin P like 13.
Oh, sorry, yeah, he does, but he has got the red rear wing, unfortunately.
But no penalties, is what you said.
Yes.
Sorry.
But he,
Continue.
to be fair, Casper right on the back of Hugs now, so he's going to have DRS down the back straight here.
Oh, and Jay and Chrissy going wheel to wheel again there.
Just looking at the time, Super Striker jumps to the front here. Sorry, Casper there.
Oh, and that corner there. There's a bit of the fencing that sticks out just before the corner. Jay might have just squeezed Super Striker into it.
We'll see it now. All three. I think he's too quick to stay behind Chrissy at this stage of the race. He's opening up that battery, so he's closed it off again. The DRS is open though, that overspeed, but he's going the outside here again. He's just staying there. He's not making a move. Super Striker stays out as well, so it can't be significant damage at this stage of the race. Jay late on the brakes. Oh, wheel to wheel here. Inside line here. Chrissy's normally got better traction coming out of it though. And again, it is rinse and repeat. Chrissy maintains pole. But of course, Jay then picks up the DRS round here.
Super Striker's going to have something to play into this battle, I can assure you.
Again, Chrissy and Super Striker, nothing to lose. Jay's the one that's got everything to lose. So, would Jay take a P3 at this stage?
Jay would take a P10 at this stage.
Casper with another penalty as well. But the thing is, Jay is playing the penalties here. Part of me thinks, does he let Super Striker through? So tight on those cutbacks, on both of them trying to get cutbacks. Because Super Striker has got the 3 seconds. Chrissy's got the 6 seconds. Unless he thinks if he lets Super Striker through... Super Striker, there you go, 6 seconds now. Super Striker. Does he think if I let Super Striker through, he'll do Chrissy, and then he'll be gone?
Jay's customary move down the outside into turn 1.
Stays on the inside here.
Oh, there's contact.
And then lets Chrissy round the outside to take the lead. Jay has got damage. His car, his spanner's red. He has got damage. Chrissy, another penalty. Pistol Racing. I told you, watch out for Pistol Racing on this undercut here. Chrissy now 9-second penalty. And Calgon only just over 2 seconds behind this. Striker around the outside.
Ooh.
Striker round the outside has done waiting here. Jay was just following Chrissy and Super Striker said, sod this, round the outside. And he's going to send up the inside here. Super Striker's got his foot down. He's decided to make his move. And he's going to have the DRS here. Yeah, he's got the DRS, the detection line. He made the move before, after the detection line going into the hairpin. So now does Jay go past Chrissy? He has to. Calgon only a second and a half behind this battle now.
Yeah, another shout to Callum. 9 places off his starting position. And not even a qualifying time set.
Oliver's switched to the softs. So he'll be doing another stop before the end of the race. But we are getting to the pit window in a few laps time. So I'm still, let's see, where's the interval to the leader? Pistol Racing's only 14 seconds off the lead. Pistol Racing is the one to watch here. K-Mag picks up a penalty. 14 seconds. Pistol Racing is behind the leader.
It's quite a short pit thing, isn't it? Because you cut out like turn 1, don't you?
Yeah.
And the last corner, obviously.
Whoa! Oh, sorry, it's the wrong car. They're getting out of the way. They're being lapped. I thought that for a second. I thought that was Jay that had gone really wide and gone slow.
T. Calais, I think.
Retired in the pits. I didn't hit the wall. I got damage from Chrissy. There's Andy, unfortunately, got damage from Chrissy there. And that wheel-to-wheel racing that we saw.
There's another lapped car. This is going to be horrible.
Oh! Jay's dived into the pits. Chrissy avoiding the Red Bull there. Was that Hugs? Yeah, of course.
It was. and through comes T. Cali to overtake Hugs and unlap himself.
Yep,
There's a battle
Chrissy's
between
been
Chrissy
sent.
and
He's been sent round the outside here on lap cars. Get out the way, guys. Come on. But Calgon, he's only a second and a half behind. We've got a yellow flag in sector 1 now. I think that's just cars going slow, getting out of the way. But there we see the trouble when people are racing and they're not aware that they're being lapped. They think about their own race so much, it can kind of ruin it, because Super Striker is now 4 seconds ahead of Chrissy. Jay has gone on to the mediums.
Got a dose
Pistol
of DRS off the car behind him.
Pistol Racing is ahead of Jay's. He's 3.5 seconds ahead of Jay's. Pistol Racing.
That tyre compound though.
It is the hard tyre compound, but he could be rewriting the script of this race. 16 laps to go. Do Super Strike and Chrissy react to Jay's pitting? Super Striker stays out. Does Chrissy come in? Yes. Lanod in behind him as well. Oliver set the fastest lap in the meantime. So Calgon takes over P2 now. One of only 3 drives without penalties on this race so far. And as you said, starting from the back, he's up 11 positions, and K-Mag behind him up 9 positions from the start. Fantastic racing by the pair of them.
I thought to say great work from McLaren duo there.
Chrissy comes out in P8. So you let him serve let him serve some of his penalties? No, he's still got 9 seconds, so the undercut massive here. I think with that, the catch-up, Hugs 3-second penalty, I think getting caught up in those back markers has really, really messed up the staying out here for him. So Jay now is nearly 8 seconds ahead of Chrissy. So Jay probably going to get the undercut on Calgon here. Let's see what the time to the leader is. 17 seconds at this stage to Super Striker. And of course, we do have to start talking about the penalties that are going to come into effect at the end of this race. They are going to make people jump up and down. Super Striker now pits. Let's see where
and
Pistol
Calgon.
Race come. Calgon pits as well. K-Mag has to stay out. Not going to double stack here.
Oh, and K-Mag just hit the wall.
He did touch the wall there. I think he did. Pistol Racing goes past him. Where is Super Striker? He's coming out the pits now. Jay's ahead of him as well. He's going to stay ahead of him here through turn 2. They come out side by side. Jay ahead though. The undercuts worked. Jay's ahead. Helix speeding in the pit lane. He's got a 5-second penalty to compound his poor run of form today. Have that drive-through penalty straight from the start. But Jay now on the back of K-Mag. K-Mag squeezing him into that wall. But Jay ahead. Jay up into P2. He's put a car between him and Super Striker. That's important at this stage of the race. K-Mag bails out with Super Striker. Is going to come right past K-Mag there. So it's not holding him up for long. Super Striker on the march now. He made that move a few laps before the pits on Chrissy and Jay's. He's shown that he's got the pace to go with this race. Jay now, he's not going to have the DRS on Pistol Racing here. But he is only a second behind him now on track. And I think Jay is going to have to be done sitting behind first place here and win the race single-handedly now. I don't think he can afford to sit behind Pistol Racing. K-Mag speeding in the pit lane. He's got penalty as he pits finally. 20-lap old tyres. Good stint on them. Back markers all over the place as well. It's a bit chaotic at the minute. Well, Pistol Racing leads. Jay now within that DRS range. Super Striker just outside the DRS of Jay at the minute. And Oliver up into P4 now on those soft tyres. But of course he won't. He will have to pit again at some stage in this race because those softs are not going to last another 13 laps. Super Strike, has he got the DRS here? Was it after the detection line? It was after. So unfortunately, he's not got the DRS, but Jay, half a second behind Pistol Racing now. And where's Chrissy down in P7 now, unfortunately? So is Jay going to make the move into the hairpin? Strike right to the back of him there. So close. But with the overspeed here and Super Striker behind him, Jay surely got to get past him on the straight here. Both of them, all three, emptying their batteries. And he's not going to get it done this time. Super Strike so close to the back of him, though. Super Strike has cut the corner again. So that's going to be 9 seconds of penalty. And he does set a fastest lap doing it, though. But Jay all over the back of Pistol Racing on those harder tyres as well. I think Jay's got to get past, because otherwise we're going to repeat what happened before. We've got a yellow flag in Sector 1. What's happened there? I think car's just going slow, getting out of the way. I think Jay's sending it here, and Super Striker's reacting to that. Oh, so close on the back of him. I think Jay knows he needs to get past him, because otherwise it's just going to let the drivers behind catch up to them, like it was in the first stint where Pistol Racing did catch up to the back of him. Pistol Racing with a 3-second penalty as well, so he's 9 seconds now as well.
He needs to make a move, does Jay, because if he doesn't,
he's done it.
Just going to overtake him.
Here it goes. On board now. Opens up the battery. He's going to have the DRS now. That Mercedes has got such straight line speed, though. Oh, he backed out. He was so close there. Had to back out a bit, and that's going to bring Super Strike right back into this. Super Striker looking down the inside into turn 1 now. Oh, there's just no room for 3 cars there. Pistol Racing goes defensive on the inside. Jay's got better traction coming out of this corner, though. Is he going to send it into turn 3? Oh, they make contact at the back of the car there. Look at the overspeed. Jay's having to back out so much, and it's bringing Super Strike up the inside now. He's going for the cutback with that DRS now. He's got to get his job done here, because it's just bringing other cars into it. It's bringing Calgon, Oliver and Chrissy back into this race. But the Mercedes has just got such better top speed. But Jay later on the brakes on those softer compounds. So close. Helix with another 3-second penalty. Super Striker coming back at Jay now. He's going to send it down the outside at the hairpin. Jay's going to have to go defensive. Forget about the lead limit. Oh, and Super Striker had to back out. He nearly went to the back of Pistol. He got ahead of Jay and then nearly went into the back of the Mercedes. He's got back on his track, though. He's got better traction. He's going to have the DRS open. Both of these closing in on the back of Pistol Racing. Great racing by all 3 to avoid damage. Into the final corner. And we can catch our breath just for a second, because the DRS is open down the final straight as well. Oliver only 3.5 seconds behind. You can see him in the back of the picture now. So he is closing on these. So Pistol Racing is... Oh, Pistol Racing's gone wide there. Jay now, is he going to go down the inside? Later on the brakes, Jay gets ahead of him, closes the door. Jay takes the lead of the race. Pistol Racing went deep in turn 1. It's affected him. Super Striker thinking about sending it down the inside. He is going to wait. He's got a dose of DRS down here, though.
Ironically, Jay is the only driver left now on the grid without any time penalties.
Now, Jay has got a moment here where he can probably try and get outside the DRS zone to come under threat down that back straight, because Pistol Racing is going to have to go defensive on Super Striker here. I think the detection line was before that. There's the detection line. He's outside it. Pistol Racing is not going to have DRS down the back straight, but Super Striker is. But Jay already a second and 2/10 ahead.
We've got a safety car.
Safety car.
Always Grinding's lost it in the 3rd chicane. Casper's just coming up on it now.
Yeah, just having a look. It's normally on the exit here. It'd be around the exit here, wouldn't it? Unlucky if I was grinding. But wow. So, Super Strike did get ahead of Pistol Racing there. As Pistol Racing going to the pit, sorry, to go into the soft tyres. Interesting. He's kept track position, so no harm done by taking a gamble there, because he was on those hard compounds. So, like you say, nothing to lose really, because those hard compounds were just going to get quite... sorry, go on.
This safety car benefits only one person.
Jay, because of the penalties.
Because of the penalties. Everyone's going to be so bunched up on a track that is 1 minute and 10 seconds round. You've only got maybe, 6, 7, 8 laps actual racing to gap yourselves apart.
Not going to have DRS for 2 laps either.
Helix
So
14 seconds.
Super Strike, Pistol, both with 9 seconds. Chrissy with 9 seconds. Oliver with 3. He's gone on to a fresh set of softs. So that stint on the softs has actually worked out really well for Oliver. It's brought him right into this race.
Up 12 places.
It appears everyone who missed qualifying has benefited. Calgon as well. He's in P5. So everyone apart from the front two on fresh softs now. But Super Striker...
A mistake from the front two.
But yeah, Super Striker's shown great pace, so I don't suspect the mediums will be that much different compared to the front two because of the pace they have shown. But technically, Super Striker, he will be all over the back of Jay, obviously, but he is a buffer for Jay to the rest of the grid because the first person Jay's got to worry about is Oliver. He's on 3 seconds, Calgon 3 seconds. Beyond that, the next one on 3 seconds is Casper in P8. Everyone else, Lanard 6 seconds. Everyone else is 9 seconds.
Yeah, just have a quick look. It'd be interesting to see if Jay has actually had any more. Let's have a look.
I suspect he had one because there was one stage where he really had to bail on the Wall of Champions to avoid someone's back end. But Jay will be hoping that this safety car stays out for another 8 laps. The longer the better for him at this stage.
Oh. He is. Interestingly. Lap 21, Jay had 2 warnings.
In one lap?
Exceeding track limits in one lap on lap 21. So he is 1 warning away from shaking up this whole outcome of the race. One more slip, and it's all for grabs. Oh no, it's not. Sorry, it's Oliver, isn't it? Just the 3 seconds.
Yeah, Oliver and Super Calgon are the first 3 seconds. Pistol and Super Strike are 9 seconds.
Oliver, if you're watching.
Shout out to Aeon if he's watching somewhere up in the Mile High Club with his Wi-Fi.
He's flying back from Faro, I believe. Bear with me a second, Harry. I need to go take a leak.
Okay. So, if you shout out to Aeon here, he'll be hoping those soft tyres come good for everyone. Jay gets the time penalty, or possibly Jay on, not on for maximum points, because the fastest lap at the minute is with Super Striker at 1:13.2. But Jay here has got a great opportunity to go into Abu Dhabi, knowing he only has to not even just stay behind Ant will I think mathematically wise, and I don't know the stand off the top of my head, if Jay wins this, I think the only way Ant can win this is if he wins in Abu Dhabi. So Jay is putting his odds, he's going massively odds on if he does complete this. We are going to have 6-7 laps of racing. It's going to be a 7-lap sprint.
I'm back.
Now, knowing Jay here, if he sees these cars drop off, he's going to go. We've seen it before where he's gone very early to catch everyone off guard because he's thinking, he's got to be thinking now, Oliver, but he is going to wait for the wall.
Super
Now he goes early. Yeah, his ERS right open. Pistol Racing. I didn't realise they had K-Mag there in between them all as well.
Sorry.
We missed that one. Chrissy, another time penalty. Super Striker all on the back. But yeah, it appears that K-Mag has got in the way of a few of them. There's a bit of gaps dropping off. Pistol Pete, it's half a second behind Thing, but Oliver a full second behind these 3 now. So Jay, nice, decent restart there. Has done what he needs to do. And we'll see if those soft tyres do come good compared to the wearing. Phew, talking about track limits, he's on his last warning. That was very on the limit there. No DRS for 2 laps here, but Jay set a purple set to 2. He means business here. He knows he's got to try and break that DRS. And, oh, Chrissy, what is going on? It's gone from bad for worse. Oh, from that back marker, it really messed his race up because he was leading for so long here. But Jay, half a second. No DRS for 2 laps. If he can try and get up to a second ahead. But these two... Oh, Chrissy has dived to the pits as well, so I think he's had a bit of damage there. Super Striker up the inside of Jay now. Oh, so close. Jay keeps the inside. Super Striker, better traction out the corner, but Jay's got the line. He's going to park it in the middle of the track. We've seen this on every restart. He's been ahead of Super Striker. Parks in the middle of the track through that corner. Stops any attack coming. Well done. We've lost Chrissy in the pits as well, unfortunately.
I think that was a retire in the pits.
Yeah.
Penalties.
So Jay leads. Super Striker all over the back of him though. But at this stage, does he let him go? Does he let him go? Keep the DRS for a lap or two, because at this stage, Super Striker would have to be 2 seconds a lap quicker than him to outdo the penalties.
Anything could happen. Jay could let him go, and he could slide and spin, and the pressure's on.
It's a very, very interesting dynamic we've got because of these penalties. But Super Striker has got a great traction off the back of that. DRS is now enabled in the lap. He's going to go around the outside here. Jay's been done by his own move that he was doing on Chrissy. Super Striker sticks it on the exit and up into P1 provisionally. But now can Jay keep within the DRS? Otherwise, he's going to start coming under threat from Pistol Racing. And then Oliver, Pistol Racing, another 3 seconds. Talk about bad timing there. I think Jay will be quite conservative here in his head. He'll be thinking penalties. He'll be thinking, doing the quick math. Thinking, how far can I let him get ahead? How far do I let anyone get ahead? Pistol Racing has pretty much blown that now. Any chance he had. That's 12 seconds for Pistol Racing. Oliver is the first and Calgon are the ones to watch for Jay. But Jay is in that DRS zone. I think he's just going to sit here and take this win. I can't see Super Strike getting so many seconds ahead in 4 laps of racing.
No, like I said, the only way this is going to become competitive is if Jay takes a penalty and Oliver somehow shoots up behind Pistol and takes him.
I think this will bunch up, like I say, Oliver. Oliver. Well,
never mind.
Calgon.
Over to you. Next one. No, don't, because he'll spin.
K-Mag, kicked him out. Oh, no.
He's still running in the points. Since there are only 10 drivers left.
Yeah. But now, Jay, he'll be seeing those numbers going up on the drivers behind him and in front of him. Those little black and white flags. And I think he'll be quite happily sat here going, I'll see you guys in Abu Dhabi. And to be fair, when it is this track and it is so easy to do track limits, anyone that does avoid penalties does deserve to be there or thereabouts. He's defended well, he's raced well. And I am speaking 3 laps too soon, but he has been a very tight
penalties around Canada.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see if that pit stop was planned. whether he died to avoid damage.
Yeah.
But the undercut worked massively well. That got him ahead of Super Striker and obviously brought Pistol Racing massively into this race. We've lost Helix.
And we're too late for safety car.
Oh, he spun right in the middle of the track. Callie managed to avoid it. K-Mag, I hope you're not AI, because I don't know if your AI will get out of the way here.
His AI's just stopped on
His
track.
AI's just stopped. Oh dear.
Oh no. Oh no, this isn't gonna. He'll get disqualified. Okay, his car's
There we
gone.
go. Right.
AI's
Yeah.
moving.
His car's going again. So
I
just
could just see Super
Yeah.
Striker, J, Pistol. Yeah, I got a final destination there.
yeah. So we've lost Helix, unfortunately. Pistol Racing, another 3 seconds. That's going to be 15. So he's going to drop massively down this list when we finish the racing, as we have the penultimate lap. Super Striker now just about 2 seconds ahead of Jay, but with those penalties, he needs to find a good 7 seconds. I say if Jay was to get a penalty now, brings it down to 6 seconds. Only needs to find another 4. Makes it a little bit competitive, but I think Jay is being a very tidy driver, shall we say, because he must know he's on 2 warnings as well.
Yeah, so any driver that can go around Canada and not get any penalties thoroughly deserves the victory.
Yeah, absolutely. Callie and K-Mag obviously a lap down here, so they're still not past Helix technically. But yeah, Pistol Race is going to have the DRS stands back straight, and we have seen that Mercedes with a lot more straight line speed than the Williams of Jay. So let's just see. He's gained half a second there, so he's dragged Oliver along with him. But Oliver has got that 6 second now. Calgon's dropped right off this group as well. As we go on to the final lap, always feels weird showing someone across the checkered line here, as we will do with Super Striker, because we know that in theory Oliver could actually get a P2 here if he can find half a second or so. He can also jump Super Striker here. Oliver's definitely on for a podium. Lanard with 3 seconds as well. Calgon's probably going to jump Pistol Racing as well. Well, he definitely is. This can be a very, very changeable finishing grid. But no, I think Pistol's going to be too far. He needs to find a second in his last sector to try and stop Super Striker from taking P2. But Super Striker is going to be the first guy across the finish line, comes through the World Champions one last time, takes the checkered flag, but Mr. Conservative, Mr. Championship Leader, Mr. I will see you guys in Abu Dhabi when I lead the championship, going into the last race, takes the win. Calgon takes the podium there with the 3 second less than Oliver. Oliver gets P4, Lano P5, Pistol Racing drops all the way down to P6.
Calgon got that by 600ths of a second.
Wow. Casper stays P7, and then Callie and K-Mag will finish off our grid. But it is Jay's. He takes the win. Aeon Blades, wherever you are, race on. It is going to be, controversially, a Mercedes race in the desert in Abu Dhabi for our championship finale next Monday. But Jay's takes the win. Oliver there, obviously not setting a lap in qualifying, gets our driver of the day for getting onto the podium. But Jay's there. Massive sigh of relief, I think, coming into tonight's race. Get that asterisk ready, Liam, because it may be vindication for last season. He lost it in the last race last season, but he is the odds-on favourite going into the last race next Monday. What are your thoughts on that race?
Hell of a race, like I said before. Anyone that can, remain clean and not get any time penalties thoroughly deserves the win. So hats off to Jay there. And it's just a funny thought, because I'm missing today's race. There'll be X amount of feet up in the air working. He won't even know this has gone on. Be fun to see his reaction when the penny drops.
But like I say, no penalties. The only driver not to have any penalties. So it is a deserved victory. And I think he did have a lot more in the tank when it comes to racing as well. But that is it for us from Red Arrows Racing League for tonight. Join us next week, same time, same place, as it is the season finale in Abu Dhabi.